Vucenic 13-3 coming up. A Chris Duncan 12-2 Lee. This one was really hard. There's not too much tape out there on Vucenic, but he did look really good going a 3-round decision with Kutateladze back in August of last year. I really like Chris Duncan in this matchup, truthfully.
I agree with you 100%. And I could tell you why. Like, I mean, Chris Duncan at a plus 265. First off, you're insulting Chris Duncan right
Yeah,
there.
that's
But I
right.
mean, yeah, I mean, I'll take that all day long. And despite the statistics, despite my own statistics as well that say Vucenic, after I watched Vucenic's last performance, it upset me so much that I could not bet on him to win. There was so much opportunity for him to capitalize against Kutateladze. Maybe it's just people not giving Kutateladze enough credit, but I believe
Yeah.
Vucenic could have found several ways to win that inside the fight and just did either wasn't aware of them or just didn't choose to put that foot on the gas and go. I, among many others, expected Vucenic to do much better in that last fight. Plus, Duncan has way more UFC experience. Like Vucenic was coming right from Cage Warriors into that last fight with Kutateladze. Duncan is 3-1 in the UFC, and his only loss outside of the Contender Series is to Manuel Torres, who's been on a tear up until recently.
Yeah, he ended up getting caught with submission round one. Pretty much, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I don't feel that Vucenic is going to be able to make the amount of adjustments that he's going to need for that level and to come up against Chris Duncan. It's not like, hey, let's give you another test to see if you're even worthy of being here. He ended up getting Chris Duncan's only 31, has looked great in all of his performances, other than Torres, like you have said, and somehow plus 275. I mean, that has me just drooling out the mouth, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like he's like one of these guys coming off the Contender Series that's got all these knockouts outside of the UFC. He's 3-1 inside the UFC against a guy that's never had a win yet in the
Right.
UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Duncan here, but if Vicente can get it done, I'll start hopping on this train. We could talk about who he's going to fight next and everything, and maybe change my aspect on what I see him as a fighter. That's for damn sure.
The stats are in Vucenic's favor and the hype is in Vucenic's favor, but same story as last time. And fool me once, shame on me, but fool me twice. Yeah, I got to go with Duncan.
Up next, we got Molly